guys, Tyler here from GarageWarrior.com, and today I want to answer a really cool question. Can you become better than your genetics? Now, tons of people use genetics as a crutch for not achieving the best version of themselves, for not becoming better. Well, my parents were overweight and so I couldn't do better at this, or, you know, I've never been fast in my whole life, blah, 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 blah. What you need to understand is that genetics are an expression of who you are right now, not of who you could potentially become. And that's why I want to talk about the epigenome, or epigenetics, which is an emerging science that talks about how genetics can change throughout your life depending on your environmental factors, your nutrition, your thoughts, and your movement, okay? And so the way I like to think about your genetics now is, instead of a fixed pattern of who you are, is imagine a series of light switches, okay? And each one of these light switches represents your potentiality. So if it's on, it's going to say, hey, guess what? You are having the potential to build muscle. If it's off, it's going to say you don't have the potential to build a lot of muscle right now. So it's really simple. There's tons of light switches that are on and some that are off. And depending on our environmental circumstances, we can switch those. So simply put, if you're really skinny and you want to build more muscle, then we have to do the things necessary to flip that epigenetic switch to building muscle. So things like eating tons of protein, working out lactic acid threshold, really getting that pump in your muscles, sleeping a lot, low stress. Then what happens is we switch that muscle building switch on rather than off. Things like speed. What if you want to run faster? Well, you have to do the things that switch on from the off position. If you're slow, you're going to want to do things like short burst sprints. You're going to do power exercises like Olympic lifting, box jumps, and so on and so forth, so that switch gets turned up. Now, here's an interesting thing. Our tendency for disease comes from our epigenetics as well. So if you have a family history of diabetes, cancer, heart disease, that means you're more susceptible to get those diseases, but your switch can be on or off depending on your environmental circumstances. So if your cancer switch is on, that means you've been putting poor inputs into your body that tell your body to turn that cancer switch on. But if you can take those inputs out of the equation, so working on improving your lifestyle, your nutrition, your mindset, then that cancer switch will turn off, and even though you have a family history, your susceptibility won't register in your genetics, and also it will register less when you pass it on to the next generation. And your metabolism, everything is a part of this epigenetics. So never, ever use genetics as a crutch to not become better, okay? Never use genetics as a crutch to not become better, and always understand that you're expressing your genetics right now based on your environmental circumstances. And if you want to improve yourself and become better, then you have to put better inputs into your body, better exercise, better thinking, better environmental factors, better nutrition, more smiling, more loving relationships. Those are the things that are going to turn the good switches on and turn the bad switches off, so you can become better than your genetics. If you guys like this video, click the like button right there. Help me spread the warrior message. Otherwise, go to GarageWarrior.com for some more awesome tips on how to work out at home, how to switch those genetics around, and how to live what I call the warrior lifestyle. Thanks for watching.